With the third pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, I have the Arizona Cardinals selecting Ruben Bain Jr., the edge rusher out of Miami. Anyone who's watched Ruben Bain Jr. knows this guy is unblockable. I mean, he is a wrecking ball of the defensive front throughout all of the entire college football season. Really, in fact, through all of his college career, he was just very, very hard to block. Big power rusher, 280 pounds. Everyone always points out the short arms. It really hasn't hindered him at all in college. He just finds a way to line up and down the defensive line and put pressure on the quarterback. 20% plus pass rush win rate. This guy is, like I said, the wrecking ball of the defensive line. The Cardinals are going to love that. The Cardinals like safe picks in the draft. They like to draft either on either side of the trenches. Right, you had Paris Johnson a couple of years ago. They drafted as a left tackle. A lot of people are sliding them into a right tackle this year. They would say, hey, Spencer Fano makes a lot of sense at a right tackle. Maybe Francis Mauigoa from Miami would make a lot of sense. I think that there's a good consideration for that. But I also think that if you're drafting there at number 3, that's kind of early for an offensive tackle, especially in this year's tackle class where there's not that elite talent like a Joe Alt was last year, somebody of that caliber. I think that the Cardinals are probably going to really love Bain. Line him up on the scheme. They run a 4-3. He's a power rusher. He would fit right in there with some of the other draft picks and some of the other players that they have on that defensive line. I think that he's the guy they're going to go for. And edge is a player you want to draft at number 3 there too, just because of the positional value of it too. So all of those considered, maybe the Cardinals are going to go after kind of a veteran right tackle. Braden Smith will be available, as one option for them. There's generally not a whole lot of tackle options that are out there on the free agent market. If you're a smart NFL team, you want to lock down your talented tackles into long-term contracts and extensions with them. But I just don't see the Cardinals. If you got the number 3 pick, you go after an edge, you play somebody in the market that's a veteran, at least for the next year or two, and maybe next year if you're still at the top of the board, you're going to go after that as well. So again, I think that the Cardinals are going to trade Kyler Murray, get what they can, maybe a 3rd or 4th round pick for him here in the offseason, bring in a bridge quarterback in the interim, and then take Ruben Bain out of Miami, the edge rusher, with that number 3.